Hello everyone, how are you? I hope you all are fine. So in this video, I will discuss about corrosion. Okay, so this is the last topic of this chapter. Here it is given that you have learned the flowing about corrosion in chapter 1. Silver articles. In chapter 1, we had already discussed about the corrosion about some few points. Okay, like silver articles become black after some time when exposed to air. This is because it reacts with what? Sulfur in the air to form a coating, okay, of silver sulfide, okay. So here is it given that is silver articles become black after some time, okay. I hope you all I hope you all see that silver become black after some time when it exposed to air, okay, because it reacts with the sulfur in the air to form a coating of silver sulfide, okay, that's why it turns black, okay. Now copper reacts with moist carbon dioxide in the air and slowly loses its shiny brown surface and gains a green coat, okay. So when the copper reacts with moist carbon dioxide in the air, they slowly loses its shiny brown surface and gains its a green coat color, okay. Like this green substance is basic copper carbonate, okay. So this green color is what? This one is the basic copper carbonate, okay. Now here the third point, that is iron when exposed to moist air. Here is some things are given that we have already learned in the chapter 1. Okay. So the last one is that is iron when exposed to moist air for a long time acquires a coating of a brown flaxy substance called rust. Okay. So and this process also called rusting of iron. It means when the iron exposed to comes in the contact of moist air for a long time, they acquires a coating like brown flaky substance that is called rust. Okay. So first one is about the silver, second one is about the copper, and the third one is about the iron. Okay. So these all things that we have learned in chapter 1. And now we will observe that here it is an activity. Okay, that take 3 test tubes and place clean iron nails in each of them. It means we have to take clean test tubes, and in these tubes we have to put clean iron nails, okay, in each of them. After that, level this test tube A, B, and C. Pour some water in test tube A and cork it. It means we have to pour some water in test tube A and cork it. After that, pour boiled distilled water in test tube B. It means in first one we have to pour some amount of water. In second one we have to pour boiled distilled water in the test tube B, and about 1 milliliter of oil and cork it. Okay. It means in the second test tube we have to put boiled distilled water, and also we have to put oil. The oil will float on water and prevent the air from dissolving in the water. It means they float in the what? Float on the water, and also it prevent the air from the dissolving in the water. Now put some anhydrous calcium chloride in test tube C, like this one, okay, and cork it. Okay, so here different things are poured in the different test tubes, like in A, B, and C. So we will observe that iron nails rust in test tube A just because of what? Because they comes in the contact of air and also water. Okay, you can say moist air. Now here rust in test tube A, but they do not rust in test tube B and C, because in the test tube B we have seen that oil is there, and C. Okay, so in the test tube A the nails are exposed to both air and water. Okay, due to air and water both are the reason. Okay, in the test tube B the nails are exposed to only water, and the nails in the test tube C are exposed to dry air. Okay, there is a dry air, that's why the nails are clean. Okay, here what does this tells about the condition under which iron particles rust? So obviously in the for test tube A it means in the moist air and water. Here it is simple, that is water is put. So in this case the iron rust. So these are the few points about corrosion, and this one is the activity. Like here is given that prevention of corrosion. Okay, so the rusting of iron can be prevented by painting, oiling, greasing, galvanizing, chrome plating, anodizing, or making alloys. It means rusting of iron can be prevented. Okay, with the help of we can say like painting, oiling, greasing, galvanizing, chrome plating, and the last one is making alloys. So by with the help of this type of process we can prevent the rusting of iron. Okay, so here it is given about the galvanization method, that it is a method of protecting steel and iron from rusting by coating them with a thin layer of zinc. It means that galvanization, it is a method of protecting what? Steel and iron. With the help of galvanization we can protect both steel and iron from what? From rusting. Okay, by coating them with a thin layer of zinc. Okay, so in the galvanization there is a thin layer of zinc which prevent the steel and iron from rust. Okay, from rusting. Now here it is given that galvanized article is protected against rusting even if the zinc coating is broken. Can you reason this out? Okay, so if we galvanized any article, then it is protected by the zinc coat. Okay, now the next method is given about the alloying, that it is a very good method of improving the properties of metal. So it is a very, we can say, the good method of we can properties that it used to improve the metal life. Okay, we can say the metal properties. Okay, we can get the desired properties by this method. By this method, only by this method we can get a desired, we can say, property with the help of alloy. Now for example, iron is the most widely used metal. Obviously iron is the most widely used metal. It is the we can say backbone of the metallurgical industries also. Now, but it is never used in a pure in its pure state. Okay, this is because pure iron is very soft and stretches easily. For, here it is given that is pure iron is very soft, that's why it is never used in its pure state. Okay, it because it is very soft and also it can be stretches easily when hot. But it is, but if it is mixed with a small amount of carbon, like about 0.05%, it becomes hard and strong. Okay, in its original state it is very sharp, but if we add some small amount of, we can say, carbon, like about 0.05%, it becomes strong and hard. And now we can make any objects with the help of iron, the mixture of iron and the carbon. which is hard and does not, sorry, when iron is mixed with the nickel and chromium, we get stainless steel. Okay, now when we add iron with the carbon, then we can it become very hard and strong. And when the iron is mixed with the nickel and chromium, then we get a stainless steel. Okay, our utensils are also made up of stainless steel, now which is hard and also do not rust. Okay, so they generally does not rust and also they are hard. Thus, if iron is mixed with some other substance, its property changes. It means overall that if iron is mixed with any other properties, like sorry, any other mixed substance, then its property become change. It means initially, if it is soft, then after mixing some amount of carbon here, we can see that it become hard and strong. Okay, and one more thing, that if iron is mixed with the nickel and chromium, then also it becomes what we get a stainless steel, which is very hard and also does not rust. Thus, if iron is mixed with some other same thing. In fact, the properties of any metal can be changed if it is mixed with some other substance. Now here one more thing, that is any substance which is mixed with any in fact that the properties yes that any properties of any metal can be changed by mixing some other substance to it. Okay, like for example, we can see the in the case of iron. Okay, also we can see the gold, like pure gold is very soft, like that it is known as 24 carat, but it is very soft, but and it is also not suitable for making jewelry. It is alloyed with either silver or we can say copper to make it hard, just like iron, that is with the help of carbon we can make iron hard. Okay, that's why in the same way gold is also made hard with the help of silver and some amount of copper. The substance added may be metal also or non-metal also. It means the substance which is mixed to change their properties, they can be metal also and they also can be non-metal also. An alloy is a homogeneous mixture of two or more metals or a, or a metal and a non-metal. Okay, it means what is alloy? Alloy is a homogeneous mixture. It is a homogeneous mixture of two or more metals or a metal and a non-metal. It is prepared by first melting the primary metal and then dissolving the other element in it in definite proportion. It is then cooled to room temperature. It means alloy, it is a homogeneous mixture and it is prepared by first melting the primary metal, which is primary metal, and also after that dissolving the other elements in the, we can say, definite proportion, and then it is cooled down into the at the room temperature. Okay, here it is about the gold, that is pure gold is about 24 carat and it is very soft and it is not we can say suitable for making jewelry, and to make it hard we add either silver or copper. Generally in India, 22 karat gold is used for making ornament. Okay. In India, there is only 22 karat gold is used for making ornaments. Okay. It means that 22 parts of pure gold is alloyed with 2 parts of either copper or silver. Okay. If one of the metals is mercury, then the alloy is known as an amalgam. It means one of the metal is mercury, then we can say the alloy of the metal is called the amalgam. Okay. The electrical conductivity and the melting point of an alloy is less than that of pure metals. For example, that is brass, which is an alloy of what? Copper and zinc. It means brass is a alloy of copper and zinc. Here is given that also about the bronze, like it is a alloy of copper and tin. Okay, are not good conductor of electricity, whereas copper is used for making electrical circuits. It means electrical conductivity and melting point of an alloy is less than that of pure metal. Okay, it is less than that of pure metal. That is, for example, brass, which is an alloy of copper and zinc, and bronze, which is an alloy of copper and tin, but they are not good conductor of electricity. But whereas copper, it is a good conductor of electricity, and whereas also it is used to make electrical circuits. Solder, that is an alloy of lead and tin, has also has a low melting point and is used for welding what electrical wires together. It has also low melting point that is used to welding electrical wires together. Here is last one, that is the wonder of ancient Indian metallurgy, that is the iron pillar. Here it is in Delhi. Now here it is an iron pillar near the Qutub Minar in Delhi. After here was it was built more than 1600 years ago by the iron workers of India. It means this pillar is near the Qutub Minar and it is situated in Delhi, and it was built more than 1600 years ago by the help of iron workers of India. They had developed a process which prevented iron from rusting. Also, for its quality of rusting resistance, it has been examined by scientists for all parts of the world. The iron pillar, that is about 8 meter high and weight 6 tons. Okay, that is 6,000 kilograms. Now the chapter we come in. This one is the last that what you have learned. Okay. First one is that is elements can be classified as a metal and a non-metal. It means, as we all know, that elements can be classified as the metals and a non-metal. Metal are generally lustrous, malleable, ductile, and also they are good conductor of heat, electricity. They are solid at room temperature except mercury, and which is liquid. Okay, at room temperature. And in non-metal we can say the bromine, which is also a sorry which is also liquid, is a liquid at room temperature. Okay, now here metal can form positive ion by losing to non-metal. It means metal can form what positive ion by losing electron to non-metal. If the metal is form positive ion, then we can how they form positive ion by losing electron to non-metal. Metals combine with oxygen to form basic oxide. It means they combine with oxygen to form basic oxide. Aluminum oxide and zinc oxide so the properties of both basic as well as acidic oxide. It means that metals combines with what? They combines with oxygen to form basic oxide, and aluminum oxide, that is we have already seen that in the natures, like in the previous topics, like about the amphoteric. And also different metal have different reactivity with water and dilute acid, we have already seen. Now a list of common metal arranged in order that decreasing reactivity series. That first one like we have already seen the reactivity series. Okay, and they are all are in the decreasing reactivity. Okay, metals above iron in the activity series can replace hydrogen from dilute acid, but metals that below the hydrogen, they cannot displace hydrogen from dilute acid. A more reactive metal displaces a less reactive metal from its salt solution, but less reactive can never displace the more reactive metal. Sorry, less reactive metal, yes. Okay, now metal occur in nature as yes, this one is third. Yes. Metals occurs in nature as free elements or in the form of their compound. Like the extraction, metal occur in nature as yes. Metal occurs in nature as a free elements like or in the form of, we can say, their compound. Now our next point is that is the extraction of metal from there, or we can already seen about the occurrence, also about the extractions of metals, okay, according to their reactivity series. Now the next point is that an alloy is a homogeneous mixture of two or more metal that we have seen. Okay. Now the surface of some metals such as iron is corroded when they are exposed to moist air for a long period of time. This phenomena is known as corrosion. Okay. So any surface of metal, that is we can say the restriction of metal such as iron, that is corroded by any, we can say, when they are exposed to moist air for a long time, then this phenomena is called corrosion. Non-metals have properties opposite to that of metals, and they are neither malleable nor ductile. They are bad conductor, and they are except graphite, which conducts electricity. It means except graphite, all non-metals are bad conductor. Okay. So this was the chapter like metals and non-metals. Okay. Now next chapter is that is carbon and its compound. Okay. So that's all for today. Thank you. Have a nice day.